What's up, everybody? What's going on? This is another episode of Lukewarm Mess. It's a live episode, though, so stay tuned. You don't know what you're going to come across in this. My name is Thomas. I'm the host. Thank you for tuning in. I don't know what I want to do yet. That's why I went live, I think. So this is what I'm gonna do. We're gonna man, everybody say a special prayer for Brandon Buckingham. He just got, I think, got shot again a few months back. It's the second time he's been shot doing his live interviews and whatnot. This seems like a good one. The secret hep loopholes, nobody say coming. It's 3 weeks to go. Yeah, fuck it.
My name is Scott Campione. I'm a retired pro wrestler, and I just got these done 6 months ago, and I got.
You may not know it yet, but buried deep inside the new definition of hemp from the government shutdown is a new loophole. Congress finally rewrote the federal definition of hemp.
Yeah, it didn't catch my attention already.
Parking the car in front of his place. Yeah, he just stuck his crack on his shirt.
I've always been a fan of late 80s, early 90s New York, especially the underground hip hop.
This guy under his shirt plays his pants. You got his pants. Fuck his pants. He's zipping up his pants.
I was starting to lose control of my legs, and I could only take these really tiny, short steps because my feet were shaking really bad. And it was just like, man, this has gone really bad.
You mentioned when you were drinking your most with vodka, you were going through like was it a few a day?
A few bottles?
Yeah.
Yes.
You're still, functioning and working, and like, how does that work?
It doesn't work. I couldn't drink heavily on the set. I could sip on the set, and just kind of keep a little fuel in the engine, just to not, get shaky or sweaty. Booze decides for you kind of what the amounts that you wind up needing. And that's not a disease thing. That's just a physiology thing.
And what does that mean?
That's not like, I don't believe in the disease model. I think it's a crock. But I'm talking about, like, your body develops a dependency based on a tolerance, and it's just if you need more, you're going to drink more, and that's not because there's some weird evil something in your brain that's making that happen. No, these are choices, and so that's just for me. I'm not telling anybody like this has to be their new reality. I'm just in my experience, but I think a lot of that drinking isn't always talked about like mid-production until we get to that six-pack in 96, 97. That's when it was, the job was just a distraction in the background. It was about just getting to a location, you know, mixing it up with fun and new people, and you know, we'll worry about the filming part is an afterthought, you know. And it was just doing work just to get the dough that I needed to keep paying the dealers or the bartenders or the girls or the drivers or the, you know, and you just all the supporting characters, you know.
Because you said somewhere you were doing what you consider to be shitty films for the purpose of funding.
Exactly. Yeah. No, the films are dog. And you get to a point, and you do have to meet with people before you. This isn't all done like in the shadows over the phone, and then they see you when you show up. No, you have to be in the presence of people that say, all right, here's what we want you to do. And just that these people they could see, you know, the condition I was in or state of mind or whatever, and didn't like call my agent or talk to Tony or call my mom or somebody, you know, and say, hey, the last thing this dude needs to be doing right now is you know, trying to pull off a movie performance, you know. He's propped up.
Parking the car in front of his place. And he just stuck.
Is everybody ready for Christmas out there? I don't think I've been ready for Christmas this whole year. It's sad, usually. You know, I kind of look like Santa Claus now that I'm getting older. And usually I wear like a Santa hat and be in good spirits and shit. This year, since I've been jobless for a few months, I'm not really looking forward to Christmas. Not only that, my daughter been acting like a brat all year. I told her, finally kept it real with her last year. She turned 12 last year, and she's like, Dad, are you ever gonna tell me about Santa Claus? So it's like, yeah, all right. I'll tell you what you want to hear, baby. It seems like ever since then she thinks she's a grown up and act a damn fool and whatnot. This looks like the west side of Columbus right here.
Come on, let's get it in. Y'all see what's going on. Y'all see what's going on.
Marley, nigga, again.
Look at
So-
Mark. Turn that way, Mark. Oh, anybody trying to, look at it, trying to look at it, trying to set it out.
Okay, but look though. The play I told you about.
Mm-hmm. Quit moving around so we can get it in.
That motherfucker.
You hiding?
Yeah, a little bit.
Huh?
A little bit.
A little bit, yeah, cause every time people been smoking to get on my channel, they goddamn look. You got my shit back there right here. You can't.
But look, the motherfucking the daughter, yo. His daughter was home. Like trying
Who?
my place. He went to the bathroom or whatever, and his daughter trying to basically, you know what I'm saying, like put herself on me, like tried to kiss me and all, cause I was smoking. And she said, "Don't tell my dad. Can I get a little hit?" So you know me.
She smoked too?
Yeah, I did that shit, so I gave her one. That was the worst mistake of my goddamn life. This bitch, first of all, she got up, went to the door, looked at the peephole. She's a peeker. She's, you know, people that smoke it like, you paranoid. First of all, she started doing that. She was like, I know you doing plays with my dad, You like females? I'm like, can I talk to you about that afterwards? He come out the bathroom, and he fucking see the shit she doing. She started kissing me, trying to kiss me and shit. He don't say shit.
Oh, you did it in front of her?
Yeah. No, she did this shit in front of him.
And he ain't say nothing?
Hell no.
Oh, he get high?
Yeah.
Or him and her probably get high together?
Yeah, I took that fucking money and left. This is some incest shit. You cool with her doing that? What the fuck y'all be doing when I ain't, you know what I'm saying, when ain't nobody home?
Yeah, not just that, the whole getting high around with the daughter behind the daddy back and all that.
But he gotta know.
Yeah.
She wasn't paranoid and shit before that. People like this bitch.
Wow.
And she took it here right here. She went to the people. Put it outside. Bitch,
Wow.
I'm supposed to know.
I thought people
I
had
can't even
better
get her
morals
to calm
nowadays.
down and fucking even do the play. I took his money. I said, I'm not coming back. You on some weird shit.
Weird ass shit.
You know, you ever been, well, anybody ever told you experience like that?
They what?
Anybody told you experience like that? Where a girl tried to like
That ain't shit.
a girl
That ain't
trying
nothing.
to get up on a girl?
That's normal.
No, the fuck it ain't. Be in a situation, that shit ain't normal. The whole time, told you shit was at 8.
When you walk around with your pants out, your moose knuckles showing.
Yeah, this his.
I'm saying, so you can't, you know, she over there and she bisexual. You know she gonna come on to you.
Why the fuck you trying to do play with your daughter home? You so worried about the
If she
goddamn
get-
wife
if-
now.
if-
Why
if
the
they smoke
fuck
crack
you
together,
trying
he
to
ain't
be
worried about no
friends
shit
with
like that.
girls
Shit, he ain't know
now?
she smoked crack.
Oh.
I so did tell her though. I told him though.
Okay.
That's exactly why I'm taking your money and leaving. You don't even fucking know your daughter getting high. She peeping through the peephole and shit, trying to get. I ain't never been like a female like that in that situation, like all up on me.
You told me a female came on you before.
She tried to take me.
Not her, an older lady.
Yeah, that was an older lady. This girl probably she like 20 something my age.
How old are you?
I'm 22. She probably like 25. But it don't fucking matter.
Yeah.
It don't even fucking matter about no smoking, none of that shit. Even
Right.
if you wasn't smoking, I feel like if she wasn't smoking, she would've did that shit.
Right.
I done gave her a cigarette, gave her half of my goddamn shit. This is my how to be fucked up. I don't even know how much I paid for that shit. That don't fucking matter anyways.
I try to get a woman to explain what blowing a person high mean. What do you mean?
You
She
get high,
explained
right?
a little bit, but she was too.
Look, you get high, right? Imagine you get high, whatever the fuck you get high for, and somebody just do some dumb shit, or like, boom, perfect example, you smoking in the bathroom, somebody burst in that motherfucker, and you been waiting to take that hit, or take a smoke all fucking day, and it just gets blown, like you're not even high no more because you're so aggravated, you irritated, and you frustrated, and then you fucking finna get aggressive because you didn't even know why the fuck they even bother you in the first place. If you just want to hit, I could have gave you one before I went to the bathroom. That type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You get it now.
Yeah.
Trying to get high and you can't because you got fucked up. That's what that fucking shit mean. But I just don't understand that shit. That was a really weird situation. I'm really weirded out. As you see, I'm at the store, bought me a pack of cigarettes. I have a vape.
Right. Right.
No, ain't no right. You understand that shit?
Right. You went to Newport to the vape. You want something strong.
Bro, do you know how long it took me to walk up here? Usually, probably like 30 minutes. I got up here in like 10 minutes. The bitch stressed me the fuck out.
So the underlying problem in this whole situation is getting high. Period.
Well,
Do you like going through shit like that?
hell no, not shit like that. I feel like I was taken advantage of by a teen. She not even a teenager, but she, you know, a person that's old enough but they act childish.
Yeah.
I feel like I got.
She got a child like mine.
Yeah, I really feel like it was like a TV show. They set me up or some shit, like tried to prank me. Ain't no way that shit real.
That's crazy.
Start smacking these ICE officers, start smacking these police officers. We need to start beating other white people up. Until white people, we realize that the enemy is within. The enemy is in our own ranks. It's not black people, it's not brown people, it's not anybody other than ourselves.
Yeah, I'm good on all that. You clearly are your own worst enemy, and it's got a lot to do with the way that your brain works. I don't know, you are racist as fuck, though. Blaming white people for all the shit that you don't like about the world, and then wanting people to perpetrate violence against white people, that's racism, bitch. You actually practice what you preach, though, because you definitely belong in a prison cell. What do y'all think? Let me know down in the comments.
If you guys don't know, Diddy just sent 50 Cent a chilling warning. While 50 Cent was performing last night at Club 11 in Miami, he happened to receive some flowers, which 50 Cent claims that came from Diddy. he took to social media to post, "What kind of gay-ish is this? Diddy send me flowers at Club 11, laughing out loud. Why all the foreplay? Get busy. You know I'm stupid." Yo, listen, man, I'm gonna be honest with you, man. It's getting sticky. And one thing I'm gonna tell you is, Diddy ain't changed one bit. Because if Diddy is doing this while he's sitting behind bars, it just goes to show that he has learned absolutely nothing.
Not a
All
damn
that acting
thing.
in court talking about he's a changed man, he's off the man. Come on, man. Who are we even fooling? But listen, man, this.
Mom, come on. My game said I won a prize, but I need to put in your credit card to claim it. Just for ID, not payment or anything.
I called on them.
Yeah, that's...
No, I waved them down. He's gonna kill everybody on the road.
Like a state badge, that's what all the federal officers carry.
And he just put those words on it that United States
You
will
can go anywhere and get any of that aid.
Your husband initiated that traffic stop with red and blue lights and stopped a car and detained an individual.
What?
Dude, how's that average? Get the fuck out of here, bitch!
On January 21st, 2024, while on patrol, an officer with Westerville Police Department in Ohio observed what appeared to be a felony stop between a marked Columbus police vehicle and a black unmarked police interceptor. The unmarked police interceptor had flagged down the Columbus officer for assistance after alleging to have observed a Ford Fusion driving dangerously. As the Westerville officer on patrol approached to assist, the Columbus officer explained he was unsure of the identity of the officer in the unmarked vehicle.
Fugitive apprehension and bail, I don't know what that is. I'm not familiar with it. I don't know, it showed me a patch or something, but he stopped his car. He said they've been driving all over the road, he's gonna kill someone. He has some money from your guys and stuff. He like flagged us down and we came over here to see what's going on.
I don't know if that's real or not. I mean, this is not going to be a felony stop. I'm going to go to 3 with some more information. Okay, thank you.
I called on them.
Yeah, that's...
No, I waved them down. He's gonna kill everybody on the road.
What's going on with him?
Dude, he was going 11 on the road, went in front of 3 other people. I'm off duty right now. I'm going home. I got all my gear in the back. I can show my credentials and everything.
Yeah, all right. We checked everything.
Yeah, what's up? He was gonna, real problem.
Upon running the unmarked vehicle plate by dispatch, it was revealed that the vehicle's listed address was the Columbus Police Headquarters and was registered to a nonprofit called Ohio Fugitive Apprehension Program.
So I just stopped him and I flagged I saw the marked Columbus police officer. I flagged him down. I said, you need to go talk to them right now.
You try to make a traffic stop on somebody? In a marked car?
One guy.
What the f?
That's it.
Do you have a bag jumper?
This is fucking mind blowing right here.
Oh wow. Oh, you're federal. Okay. What is it? Your badge number? Do you have that?
7937.
As officers spoke further with the suspect, he stated he was an off-duty officer on his way home and did not have his gear, as it was in the back of his vehicle.
79. Okay, that's good. Just that way I can put it in the call.
He was just, I flagged down the first marked car that I saw.
Yeah.
I mean, his right on the road.
So he's going 11 miles an hour?
He was going 11 down here. He tried to drive into 2 other cars. The one person got a little bit road ragey on him.
Yeah.
And was following him like real close. And the one guy that was gonna I think they're gonna go fight. So I just hit the lights on him real quick, and I waved the Columbus police officer over. I said, "You need to get him right now. Pull him over."
He's the fugitive task force guy, but he's the one that calls in all this stuff.
He stopped right here in the middle of the intersection. I gave him commands. 11 times on my radio with the lights on, turn right, turn right, turn right, get off the road, you didn't follow any instructions. I wasn't getting, I got no gear on right now, everything's in the back, right? I saw the Columbus officer right here, I said, hey, whip around, and then that's where we're at.
Okay, cool, thanks a lot.
We thought it was you guys.
That's the main reason we stopped. We're like, some civilian out here making traffic stops?
Yeah, I appreciate it.
It's no ops and language line. He just can't drive. Just it's not his car.
Do you want my card?
Sure, why not?
Appreciate you. Yeah, thank you.
Have a good night.
That's weird, right? Yeah. You guys have seen him before?
Yeah.
He's always over here doing
I've never
stuff?
seen him before.
He's always calling in stuff about 48s and stuff. He's like, people from like, people out of state never seen him do. What do you want us to do with it?
They just would be like legit though.
Yeah, he is.
Okay. That's what we were trying to figure out. We were like, this guy weird. Oh, this officer Westerville.
Good evening, my name's Jose.
The officer spoke to the driver of the Ford Fusion, who did not speak English or have a valid driver's license. Upon checking for warrants and clearing him of any impairment, he was issued a citation.
I'll be the witness.
Hello. I was just going to speak with this gentleman here. Can you ask him if anybody in the car has a valid license to drive, please?
No
tenemos nada, nomás el ID.
No, we only have an ID.
Okay. All right. Just tell him to sit tight and I'll be back with him.
That dude make a traffic stop.
He did.
Get out of our car.
Yeah, that's why I'm not pushing this at all, but
yeah. So you guys never dealt with him on seconds? He used to be kind of popular.
I've seen the car, but they were all lined up here like a felony stop. I'm like, what in the world?
Does he just drive around and go to whatever he wants to do and like? Yeah, I guess he reads like plates and he gives like locations of people.
Upon leaving the scene, further investigation of the Ohio Fugitive Apprehension Program, officers learned it was a non-profit organization actively recruiting licensed agents and sworn officers as listed on the website. After confirming the suspect's identity, it was learned the suspect had a prior criminal history, including an arrest for improper handling of a firearm in a motor vehicle, OVI, and disorderly conduct in 2019. Officers arrived at the suspect's home to place him under arrest.
Hey, what's going on? Hey, you remember me from last night?
Yeah, I do. What's going on?
So we had a couple more developments about that traffic stop. Can you come out here and talk to me?
Yeah. Let me get socks and shoes on.
Actually, you're under arrest right now.
Why?
For unlawful detainment and impersonating a police officer.
I have done none of that.
You have the right to remain silent.
For what?
Anything you say can be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to an attorney and have him or her present with you while you're being questioned. You have the right not to answer any questions or make any statements until that time. You understand?
I do. You got a pair of shoes, man? I do.
All right, where are those?
I got one pair right there. Okay.
What is happening?
You're arrested for impersonating a police officer.
How did I impersonate a police officer? I never impersonated any police officer ever.
Wait, so into all that later.
Can you explain this, please?
Last night, about 15 after 12, there was a traffic stop. Your husband initiated that traffic stop with red and blue lights and stopped a car and detained an individual. He's not a licensed police officer in the state of Ohio, and that is unlawful detainment and impersonating a police officer. Okay? So he admitted that he made that traffic stop. He had his red and blue lights activated. And based on the evidence that we have right now, he's not and never has been a police officer. He can't do that. So a warrant has been filed for his arrest for unlawful detainment, impersonating a police officer, having fictitious plates on a vehicle, and limit of number of lights required. All of these are misdemeanor charges. Okay? The highest one is M1. So there's no felony charges or anything like
He
that.
he has a license for bail bonds.
Bail
and insurance.
bonds.
Yes.
Right. But unfortunately, he made a traffic stop on somebody and stopped them.
Okay, but I know he only did that for the good of, he felt like that was necessary.
I understand. However,
okay.
The significance of this goes a little bit beyond just the criminal law, and there is a constitutional violation of the Fourth Amendment that happened. Somebody's constitutional rights got violated during this, and they were unlawfully detained and their liberty was taken from them. So that's why this is happening, okay?
Upon running the unmarked vehicle plate by dispatch, it was revealed that the vehicle's listed address was the Columbus Police Headquarters and was registered to a nonprofit called Ohio Fugitive Apprehension Program.
Dude, he's a bed in there too. Yeah, he's sleeping there. Dude, he has. Dude, how's that average system? I would think that that would become right.
That badge is what he had in show.
See, that's a federal badge. That's not like a state badge. That's what all the federal officers carry.
He just put those words on it that United States
You
Bill.
can go anywhere and get any of that shit made. You can order that shit online.
Yeah, is you can have tags just like this made.
Right.
Yeah. Yep. You good?
I mean, just like how they made ours. For our cars. No different.
And although I mean, and that it returns to a real thing, but
But it's not the state issued plate, so you can't use a non-issued state issued plate. And he doesn't see what the problem is, it sounds like.
No, sure he doesn't. He thinks he did nothing wrong. The car's decked out more than ours.
That's what
You know, I mean, his medical bag is, you know.
He's got the same like duty bag I have, but he's got that little drink bottle thing on the side. I'm like, how did I get one of those? It's kind of nice.
You can't have plates like that on that car.
They looked up the LexisNexis. That car was titled to him as a personal vehicle, and then re-registered under this Fugitive Apprehension Program.
Well, and I'm wondering if he's not the one in charge of this, because if you look up it has a Westfield PO box.
And me and Alan called the number that's on the website last night, and it's just his voice on the recording.
It's probably his home phone, or just a a digital recording number.
We ran the number to LexisNexis, it didn't come back to anything, like a burner phone or something.
But it's just like a third-party, voicemail box, basically.
First questions first. Do you have the original license plates that were issued to that car?
Yes, I do.
Okay, and where would they be in? So, because here's what we don't want to do. Those plates are fictitious, okay? They're not the original Ohio plates that came on it.
Correct.
So, that being said, that vehicle is parked illegally without real license plates.
Okay, I've talked to the state. All of that is in process. I think that there's a miscommunication here.
Okay.
Okay, my intention is never to impersonate law enforcement. I've never identified myself as such. I am licensed with the state. I am a fugitive recovery agent. Every interaction I've had with anybody, I've had all you guys involved asking for your assistance, and I have registration with the Attorney General's office and working on the process with the state for the plates. It was a safety issue on the plate just because of the nature of the job. Right. It's the same reason that my driver's license comes back to and it's a safety issue. It's not to impersonate anybody, it's to keep my family safe.
Well, what we want to do, rather than impound the vehicle, is if we can get those plates, we can install them, because those ones are going to be collected as evidence.
Okay.
Two, once this is said and done, that emergency equipment is going to have to come off of there.
Okay.
So,
but again, it's still on application with the AG's office.
Okay. Well, to get to the meat and potatoes of things,
Okay.
because what you're being charged with is having fictitious plates on the car.
Okay.
A limit of number of lights required, which covers the fact that there's red and blue lights that were activated.
Okay.
Unlawful detainment because an unlawful traffic stop was conducted.
I didn't. He was already stopping.
Sir, let me explain it. And I'll let you say your piece. That way you have all the information. Okay. An unlawful traffic stop was conducted. An individual was detained, and their Fourth Amendment rights were violated. And in the process of that, red and blue lights were activated on that roadway with that address and everything coming back to 120. Like, that's impersonating a police officer.
It wasn't the intention.
So,
it was public safety, and it was to wave down a Columbus police officer, which exactly what I did. I never approached the individual. I never got out of the car. I never went to them. Never identified myself as anything. I did it to wave down the police officer and had him go talk to them. I did not detain anybody. I used the lights as a signal for them to come because they were going to do harm to other people on the car.
Okay.
Which I do have the videos along with that
You do have video?
on how they were driving and asking them to stop in the other cars that were waving me down.
Mm-hmm.
And so I got a mark. Nothing that I did was to overstep the boundaries of anything. I understand our separation here, but that person was going to hurt somebody.
Okay.
And so I wanted to get you guys involved, which I did.
Right.
Gave you my card.
You did.
Everything I thought was above board. If there's an education here, if I crossed, I don't think that this needs to be an arrestable situation. We can figure out a way that I can say, okay, did I misstep in this action? But my intention here was not to do anything that you guys are saying. It was public safety, and it was to get you guys involved.
And I absolutely believe that you meant well. But based on our conversation last night and the statements of the Columbus police officers there, you told me that you activated your overhead lights, stopped the car, gave him 11 commands over the PA, pull to the right. You initiated
I asked him to get off the roadway while the Columbus officer was coming.
And the Columbus officer said you had him stopped.
He wouldn't move. He was just stopped dead in the road. He was going 8 miles an hour, then 28, then 8, swerved a bunch of times, came over, almost hit another driver, and then stopped right in front of me. I got on the PA and said, please, I told him, I said, move to the right, move to the right. He was just sitting in the middle of a green light, and I saw the Columbus officer. I hit the lights, and I waved him over, and I said, hey, you got to get this guy right now. You got to get him. He goes, hey, who are you with? I said, I'm with the Ohio Fugitive Apprehension Program. That's exactly who.
Right.
We're a nonprofit, state of Ohio, right? He goes, okay, cool. Do you have your ID? I showed it to him. I showed it to you. Gave the card. If I didn't hit the lights, I was afraid somebody was going to get hurt.
Right.
I really was. And we are under review with the Attorney General office. The reason that our nonprofit was approved is because we're trying to get away from the wild, wild west of bounty hunting and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
Going after the 100,000 open warrants and the 26,000 felony warrants that are out, right? As our opportunity to augment, but not to replace, and certainly not to impersonate.
Yes, sir.
This is very upsetting because I really am trying to do the right thing in the best way, and I feel like I was very transparent and very clear with everybody on who I am and what I'm doing. We need to look at the intent.
Right.
Right? There was no intent here to do what these charges dictate that I was doing. I'm not, you know what I mean?
So, I guess my question is, when we were speaking, I asked you for your badge number. You gave that to me.
Yes, sir.
And
I wonder what the end
I
result
I said, so you're federal.
I don't believe I think I called. I didn't respond.
You didn't respond.
No, I think I was saying, no, I'm state, and then the other guy was talking to me from the other side. I'm absolutely not federal.
We're under the influence, or in the impression at the time that, I even said to you Oh, you're federal. Like you didn't respond. You didn't correct me.
No. I think he was coming out from the other side because that part of it was on the. Because I reviewed the footage when I got back, and I heard you say that, and then I didn't respond, and I'm like, oh shit. Well, that's why I said, hey, do you want my card?
Right.
To make sure that there's no misunderstanding, right? Yes. Should I maybe? Hey, I'm state. Oh, hey, I'm part of. Our organization is a nationwide organization, right? But we're licensed through the state of Ohio. Gotcha. Technically, are we federal?
Yeah,
the group is, but
for 13 years, he tortured me. He's gonna pay for what he made me be.
Right now at 5, a dramatic crash tied to a pursuit involving ICE agents on the north side of Columbus. It happened Friday morning along Summit Street near East Arcadia Avenue. This all raises the question, what role does Columbus police play when officers are called to this type of scene? Erin Simonek is following Operation Buckeye. She's live at Columbus Police Headquarters with more information. Erin.
Isabel, good evening to you. Now, this incident was the first time Columbus Police was seen working with ICE agents. While city leaders reiterate that CPD does not partner with immigration policies or procedures, I did hear from Columbus Police Union. They say it's very critical to always comply with federal leaders. A Columbus police report shows Friday morning a man was fleeing ICE agents when he pulled onto Summit Street on the city's north side. The man took off, but his car hit 2 other vehicles on the street, including this woman's, who didn't want to be identified.
They said they called the CPD because my car was hit and it's barely damaged. But the victim's car, who was abducted, his car was lost a bumper, and I later found out it was found a couple blocks away. So he had hit something else while being pursued down a residential street.
Not concerned about her car, but shocked a pursuit involving ICE agents happened right outside of her window.
After this traumatic experience, because it's still kind of hard to deal with, I took an online training class to better identify and deal with ICE, which I wish I would have had before.
Columbus police have made it clear they do not assist with ICE operations, but they were present at this site of the crash, taking a crash report.
By design, nobody has absolute power. There's a reason why you have municipal police, you have county police, state police, and federal agencies, and not one of them is in charge of each other. You have state and local crimes that municipal police enforce, and you have federal crimes that our federal agencies enforce.
But the president of the Columbus FOP told me regardless of the law enforcement agency, complying is critical.
In 2020, it was we blamed police for all society's failures. Now we're blaming the ICE agent. If anybody has an issue with the policy or the law, go ahead and change the law or take it up with the government. 2 different points of view, with one thing for certain. Operation Buckeye continues into Christmas week. Now, I reached out to the Department of Homeland Security to get an updated number as of today of how many people here in Central Ohio have been detained by ICE. I'm waiting to hear back. I also reached out to the mayor's office regarding the public safety concern and also why Columbus is a hotspot here for immigration raids. Also reached out to Columbus City Council to learn more about its policy when it comes to cooperating with ICE. I have yet to hear back today. Isabel.
Erin Simonek on your side tonight. Thanks, Erin. U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement is calling this, as Erin mentioned, Operation Buckeye. They say they've arrested these 10 men who are from India.
Okay. This is a TikTok of protesters in Columbus trying to keep federal agents awake at their hotel. However, I noticed something interesting. The person who posted the TikTok, Munira Abdullahi, she happens to be a state representative with the state of Ohio. And on the TikTok it says, getting litty outside of ICE's hotel, and in her caption she says, get the flip out of my district. Again, a state representative.
New information on federal immigration operations happening in Columbus.
A spokesperson for ICE confirms 2 arrests were made this week.
Now, I don't know if this state representative knows this or the other protesters trying to keep ICE awake, But Operation Buckeye is officially underway. This is an operation to target the area of Columbus and other areas in Ohio as far as deportation operations. And when we scroll down and see the different people who have been arrested and what their crimes are, I can't even say half of these out loud. Don't worry, we will go through that as well. So we have a lot to cover in this video, because now Homeland Security has come out with the details as far as what's going on in Columbus, and I think you'll find it rather interesting. I think you'll also find it interesting how much pushback there is in Columbus, from the mayor to the chief of police and protesters. So we're going to talk about these recent developments. Now, before we start the video, make sure to please like the video. It's the #1 way you guys are helping this channel, and it also helps others see the videos as well, and I think people want to see what is going on in Columbus right now. Okay, so this video is going to be straight from ICE. They just posted this video.
So today we got a 47-year-old Guatemalan national. Checks every box as far as community and public safety goes. Domestic violence, DUI, criminal trespass, public indecency. We got a good team out here today. Homeland Security Task Force with some DEA guys, IRS guys. So we'll see what happens.
Okay, so that video was posted straight from ICE. So I went to the Homeland Security report involving Operation Buckeye, and this was the person. He's been convicted twice of a DUI, second-degree wanton endangerment, fourth-degree assault, contempt of court, possession of an open container in a motor vehicle, public intoxication, shoplifting, and third-degree trespassing. Now, these details are very crucial to Homeland Security and to a lot of others who have been watching Homeland Security under the microscope, because Homeland is being accused of not finding the worst of the worst. But when it comes to the city of Columbus, I mean, we have the mayor and the police chief saying, we're not going to work with ICE when it comes to deportation operations. And by the way, that person was arrested in Columbus, and here's what ICE had to say as far as the mayor not working with ICE and these deportation operations. ICE said, "Why are you against ICE enforcing federal immigration laws in your city and making Columbus safe for all Ohioans?" And here's a quick reminder of what the mayor had to say about working with ICE.
Mayor Andy Ginther here. Wanted to take a moment to speak with you about the increase in federal immigration law enforcement activity we're seeing in our city. We can't prevent federal agents from being here, but as a city, we don't discriminate against any of our residents based on immigration status. Do not obstruct federal law enforcement activity. But if you see something you don't think is right or interacting with law enforcement officials, it's okay to record that conversation on your phone. And you should continue to feel safe to call Columbus Police and 911. Our police will not be used to carry out these operations.
Okay, so you heard that straight from the mayor of Columbus. We will not be using our police force to help out with immigration enforcement. But to the Trump administration, they ask, well, what about this situation? Would you be willing to help us if it's somebody who has 2 DUIs, 4th-degree assault, contempt in court, you know, things like that? Now, to be fair to the city of Columbus, they claim they are willing to work with the Trump administration in cases like this. However, where we get into this gray area of Sanctuary City, the city of Columbus, their police officers do not inquire or ask if you are an illegal immigrant. So they have no way in actually helping Homeland Security unless Homeland asks Columbus, not the other way around. And so a lot of times, Homeland Security, they will just do the operation on their own without causing any issues. Now, recently in Columbus, a bunch of videos started to come out of protesters somehow locating where ICE was staying. In fact, we were actually able to track down a live stream when everything was happening. I'll show you guys that in a second, but let's first see this video.
People are blaring music to keep ICE awake. I think ICE was staying in this hotel, and they're blaring music and setting off the alarms to keep them from sleeping.
But what about noise pollution?
This is crazy. This is amazing. This is amazing. There's a guy.
I see cops.
There's a guy playing a trombone.
Now, like I showed you guys at the beginning of the video, one of the TikToks that happened to pop up was posted by a state representative. But I want to be very clear, here's my disclaimer. I am not saying she was involved with the protest, I have no way of knowing, maybe she reposted it, but nonetheless, this is a state representative posting a video, and the video says, "Getting litty outside of ICE's hotel. Get the flip out of my district." So you guys can leave your comments down below how you feel about this. Again, I'm not saying this state representative was at the
Grand Canyon University offered nearly
$161
million in institutional scholarships to online students in 2024, in addition to federal grants and aid. See what scholarships you may qualify for. Find your purpose.
I'll tell you that much
tcu.edu/myoffer.
Right now at 5, a dramatic crash tied to a pursuit involving ICE agents on the north side of Columbus. It happened Friday morning along Summit Street near East Arcadia Avenue. This all raises the question, what role does Columbus police play when officers are called to this type of scene? Aaron Simonex is following up.
A surge in ICE activity nationwide has prompted protests across the country. In Minneapolis, neighbors gathered outside the state capitol building this weekend to protest the presence of immigration agents in their community. Here in central Ohio, it's much the same. ICE has launched what they're calling Operation Buckeye. So far, they've arrested these 10 people who they say are the worst of the worst criminal illegal aliens in Columbus and throughout Ohio. The operation garnering both support and backlash. Tom Bosco joins us this morning with the message from those who say they don't want ICE in their city. Tom?
Yeah, among those who say that are Columbus City leaders. They came out last week saying that this ICE activity is unwarranted and unnecessary, and they didn't ask for it, and that CPD will not assist federal agents in the execution of those duties. Neighbors as well say they want to see ICE agents out of central Ohio. They got together in Westerville last night, angry at what they say are unfair detentions.
Like, this country was literally built on the backs of immigrants every step of the way, and none of us are here, you know, unless you are native to this land. Every single one of us is an immigrant in some way, shape, or form.
Now that
I want you to know your rights. Remember, create a safety plan with your family and loved ones.
So that was the mayor of Columbus letting everyone know the police will not be working with Homeland Security with deportation operations, but to also
Well, I'm about to jump off here, my people. Y'all have a wonderful night.